Don't write off Cooper.
From
Yeah.
A&M?
No. DeJean, Iowa.
You like him?
So this is the thing. When communicating or when people are communicating how they would utilize him, I like that more. My only issue is I don't like a positionless player. And what I mean is they look at Cooper and say, why don't you utilize him the same way you see a Derwin James used, the same way you see a Tyrann Matthews used, the same way at times when we're healthy, how
I'd
we
agree with
use
that,
Minka, right? Moving him around. So it's like, man, you got a guy that's big enough because his like in person, like good size, bro. You could play him outside. You could play him at the safety position. You could play him in the box. He does all of those things. Do you want him to live at outside? In a zone scheme, you can get away with it. The problem is because of how big he is when he's having to break on some of them routes. When you watch a Quinion Mitchell, when you watch a Nate Wiggins, they're just lightning, bro. But they're 30, 40 pounds lighter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cooper, bro, DeJean, in terms of the tackling, in terms of everything else, bro, you're going to get the best product from him. Like across the board in terms of just like a better player, he's going to check all them boxes. But to me, I don't think he has a home anywhere. Like, you can leave him at safety, and that's great. But do I want to take him, and just put him at safety? Because I do think he does certain things down by that line of scrimmage or in that slot really well. I think he does do things at outside corner really well.
Yep.
But the other knock on him is that Iowa, he didn't play a lot of press. It was a lot of zone, off coverage, big vision. I love it. Smart player. I love that. But typical with big corners, you don't want them playing off. We like JPJ when he's what? Press. I want you in their face, get hands on these dudes, make it miserable for them because we know little guys at this level are very tough to deal with. He don't got a lot of tape of trying to, of doing that part. So that's my thing where I'm like, where am I just leaving him? Or am I just saying that he's that talented, that productive, that good of a prospect, like when we talked about Tyrann Matthews, like when we talked about Derwin James, like when we talk about even a Harrison Smith, right? Since I was giving all more melanin comps. I don't want to discriminate, Deke. I'm gonna make sure I get some light skins in there too. All right.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? I just man of the people. You know what I mean? So it's like, is that enough for me to want to take him at 20 if he's there? Because he's not gonna be there in the second round. If you taking him, it would be at 20. Nah.
Yeah, right.
But I do like the approach though.
Positionless dude as your first round pick.
Right.
A little risky.
That's my only. Because I've seen, now it's not to the same extent, but I think about some of these positionless linebackers, the Isaiah Simmons, the Devin Lloyds, the freaky athletes, and it's like, all right, well, they were apex players. Now we're trying to put him in the box a little bit, but he's not really a box player. We can't let him play slot. He's too big to play safety. And now we over here trying to figure out what the heck we going to do.
Going into the draft, all the versatility, it's a great idea. But then when you're not locked into one thing,
right?
Do you really develop as good as you can with all that versatility being at play?
That's a legitimate thing. And I think of Minka early on. Right. Remember, he complained about that. He's like, bro, y'all move me everywhere. I want to just get one spot. Now we kind of still do move him around. But it's like with Cooper, you could definitely, I could see the scenario where you have Cooper and Minka. And yeah, that checks off a ton of that type of stuff. But I'm just like, I don't know if I love him just being the full-time post safety. I know he could be the full-time box linebacker, but I'm not drafting you at 20 overall to be a full-time down in the box safety. Like, I'm good on that, man. Yeah, I don't think that position brings that type of value.